Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about Tampa Bay Buccaneers starting tight end Cade Otton, and whether or not the Buccaneers will look into extending him this upcoming season, given that he is in a contract year, right? And we've heard Jason Light mention, I believe this was before the NFL draft, that they are working on extensions for guys like Cade Otton, Rachaad White, Zion McCollum, all these different types of guys who are part of a very solid draft class, by the way, who have extensions coming due. All of those guys are in contract years. And I think all of them have shown enough to where they should warrant an extension, but of course you can't pay everybody, right? So where does that leave maybe a guy like Cade Otton, who last year had 87 targets, 59 yards, 600 receiving yards, and 4 receiving touchdowns. It was the best season of his career, okay? And he's been overall very solid throughout his time as the starting tight end for the Bucs. He's played in 47 games, started 42, so he was basically a full-time starter right out of the gate in his rookie season, and he's amassed 219 targets, 148 receiving yards, 1,446 receiving yards, 148 receptions, I should say, apologies, and 10 receiving touchdowns. So he's been solid, I think. You could certainly do a lot worse than Cade Otton. I think that you could pretty much slot him as like the 15th best tight end in the NFL, something along those lines, and that is a very fair ranking, in my opinion. So I am going to be curious to see what Cade Otton can do this upcoming season, and whether the Buccaneers will be able to extend him, or whether or not he'll go to the open market and get some type of big contract elsewhere. Because look, the Bucs have invested so much in this offense. You've got Evans, Godwin making a lot of money. Evans' contract is going to be due this upcoming offseason as well. Bucky Irving's there. Rachaad White needs a contract extension. You've invested in your entire offensive line. You just drafted Emeka Egbuka. Jalen McMillan's there. Like, you have so many resources invested in this offense. Can you afford to continue to invest in this offense so much, or will maybe a player or two fall off of the wayside? And I believe Cade Otton is due for an extension, but at the end of the day, you never know. He is only 26 years old. You still can keep him around for a good long while, kind of like what the Bucs did with Cam Brate for so many years and years in this organization, where he was just a capable hand to have around, right? Cade Otton is like the successor to that type of player that Cam Brate was, where it's just, hey, Cade Otton's a solid hand to have around. Whenever injuries came up last year to Evans and Godwin, Otton emerged as like the first in some games, second at worst passing option for the Bucs whenever Evans and Godwin were out of the mix, until Jalen McMillan started to get more involved and Sterling Shepard got more involved in that game as well. Like, Otton was making a couple of really nice catches last year and having a couple of really solid games last year. So I think that you can rely on Cade when you need to. It's just a matter of desire of need, right? Do the Bucs really need to extend Cade Otton? I suppose technically not. You do have Payne Durham, who's kind of waiting in the wings and could do some interesting things. Devin Culp did some interesting things last year as well. So I think it just depends on the overall need that the Bucs feel they have to bring back Cade Otton, and the overall need that they feel they have to maybe bring back a guy like Rachaad White. And I feel like it would make more sense to bring back Cade than Rachaad, just because Bucky Irving's there and Sean Tucker is there. Cade's your number one starter, and he's not losing that spot right now, right? I mean, maybe he gives up some snaps to Payne Durham and Devin Culp on occasion, but like, he's kind of definitively your number one tight end. So I feel like the need is a little bit more there, in my opinion. So I'm going to be curious to see it. Just wanted to talk about Cade Otton in today's video, talk about he's a pretty solid hand. He has an extension coming up, and we're going to see what happens. But guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions about Cade Otton down in the comments section below. Do you think they should re-sign Cade after this upcoming season? What kind of stat line do you think Cade Otton will put up this upcoming season? Let me know your thoughts and opinions about it down in the comments section below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed. And as always, guys, I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.